Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razek at CMTrading. Today is December 12th, 2018, and today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the major economic events of the day, just one event really coming out. CPI number coming out of the United States is a monthly number. Not that important unless there are any surprises. So just that you know that it is coming out and be aware of it. But taking as a market wrap, looking at the Forex symbols, currencies take a break. Okay, we're looking at the GBP, we're looking at the euro, we're looking at the Aussie dollar versus the US dollar. They take a little bit of a break from selling off versus the dollar. We're going to take a look at that and see how they can consolidate and unfold next. In terms of the indices, Dow Jones continues to bounce, follows the DAX, okay, which got a little bit stronger yesterday. And that's something to actually look into as we continue to quote unquote rally into the end of the year, which we really haven't had. Now, looking at the commodities, volume tapers off on gold, and it's really a good buy closer to its 1240-ish level. We're trading right now at 1243-ish level. So if it does, retrace back to that level, I would actually say that that's a really great entry point to pick up gold. Now, lastly, in terms of the stocks, well, we mentioned this yesterday. Facebook fails to continue the rally. That was what carried the market on Monday. And then yesterday it just really tapered off, okay? Sold off from 143, trading about 141. And that's kind of like indicative of the fact that Facebook is really, going to continue selling off as we continue trading it. But let's take a look at the market and see what we can expect from today's trading. So looking here at the Euro USD, you can see that we're trading at the bottom of that range at 113.20-ish level right there. And this is something that is indicative of, after a major sell-off, after a major movement in the markets where we consolidate. Okay, now if we look at a larger time frame, okay, if we look at a daily time frame, you could see it's almost flatlining right here, okay, compared to some of the moves that we had over here and some of the moves we had, previously that year, okay. This is really very, very lack volatility. We've had this before a couple of other times where we've consolidated, and like I said, okay, it comes right after, a major sell-off. So, with that in mind, we may see this actually, just trading within this very tight range for quite some time until we have some sort of direction. Now, looking at the GBP USD, this continues to break down yesterday, okay, after it broke that 127-ish level. We continued to break down yesterday to 125-ish level. Now, if you remember, on a weekly chart, we still have 123.59-ish to be our next support level. So we still have way to go down on this side, and we just have to see how this will finally resolve itself with Brexit and see if there's going to be a lighter day for the GBP, because until now we've seen a massive correction for the GBP, and it could get broken further down. Okay, so that's just, I want you to be aware of that as we continue selling off here. Now, I would, take a little bit of a break from the Forex symbols right here. I would look into, buying a little bit of the Aussie dollar right here, though, as it consolidates at these levels and corrects itself from that bottom of the range that we've been trading around. So, Aussie dollar has consolidated, has sold off. It did break its downwards trend that we had previously. However, it's still not, a upwards trend. It's not a correctional trend on the upside. I think we're going to be trading within the range again, and I think that that's going to continue happening. Now, looking at gold, gold is very strong. Okay, gold is on its upwards momentum, and we tapered off here at 1249-ish, 1250-ish level, as you can see, on that resistance level, and we're just inching in at that 1240-ish level, and that would be a possible entry point right there. Okay, if it does get closer to it, you see we're at 1243-ish right there. So that's my next play there. Okay, we may even break 1240, maybe come to the 1235-ish level. I don't think that will happen though, as this has been very strong. Now, jumping into the Dow Jones, yesterday we had a really big up move, relatively big up move, with the Dow rallying from 24,200-ish level to 24,500-ish level, about 300 points, and then not really following through. Okay, so if we do consolidate or we do sell off, that's to be expected. Okay, we are fully in a bear market. Okay, we may be at the end of the bear market, we may be still at the latter end of the bear market, but we are in a bear market. I mean, looking at a daily chart, the moves we've seen over the past 2 months have been absolutely extreme. Okay, we've been trading within a 2,000 point range, and finally consolidating here at 24,000-ish level. Okay, now going into the new year, I still think that we will be selling off, but for the meantime, okay, we've kind of consolidated from the massive sell-off, I think. Okay, looking at Facebook, as we mentioned before, you could see that we tapered off at 143, not following through, and we're trading right now at 141. I believe this will break down further. Okay, we've just hit a little bit of a relatively short covering area, okay, to 143ish level, but 141, you might want to not chase it so much, but that might be actually a decent resistance level at 143 to taper off further down. So, the stocks and the markets are taking a little bit of a break from this massive volume upwards, downwards situation, both because of politically, both because of what the markets are doing as a result of politically, whether it be it Brexit, whether it's Donald Trump with, what's going on with China. These things are factoring into the markets, and markets, like I've said before, don't like uncertainty. Okay. So with that said, just, really pick your spots and just be careful. I would actually trade right now defensively as opposed to offensively, just because the markets look like they're consolidating at these levels. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.